What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy ThatGuyNamedJay. Checking in, nigga. What you talking about? That joint gets so corny. I'm gonna fix it. That was super corny. But I was looking for the other checking in. Y'all get it. Anyways, what I want to talk about in this video, man, I want to keep the trend of my positive, informative, drama-free videos going. I know this does not get as many views as all the other stuff that's been going on these last couple of weeks, but I just refuse to enter into that realm, man. It's a lot of stuff that I've seen it all. I have my own personal opinion on certain matters, but I'm gonna just keep it to myself, man, because I just don't want that. I don't even want that energy, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, just want to put that out there because I see my videos ain't been getting as many views as when I was, drama, and it'd be so funny because people be like, oh, well, you always in the drama, but then my video get 5,000 views, but then I turn around and talk about a video on, dealing with the port on a daily basis, and then that video get like 300 views. It'd be crazy, but whatever, it's all good, I love doing YouTube, so I'm gonna keep doing these videos nonetheless. Eventually, I'll probably end up in some drama. It's just inevitable these days, but until then, here we go. So, the title of this video is Why You Can't Be Local. And I'm going to explain to you, for some of you, why you won't be able to be successful in local. Okay? I'm not saying that you can't overcome this, but I'm saying if you don't change this, what I'm about to talk about right here, local is not what you're, you might want to stick to more regional, dedicated. But as far as home every night, it's not for you because sometimes I struggle with it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm human, so it is what it is. Here's the thing. When you are a local truck driver, home every night, unless you own your own truck, hell, even if you own your own truck, because you're still at the mercy, unless you got your own authority and you setting your own appointments, you better get used to an early schedule. A lot of times, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? And it is not as easy as it sounds, okay? Not everybody is a morning person. Not everybody is built for that. Some of us are not able to make ourselves go to sleep. Especially if you're recently off an OTR position. What happens is you're just so used to just sleeping whenever. Now you have to get yourself on a schedule to be asleep by 8-9 o'clock. Kind of like back when we was in grade school and shit, and it just doesn't work like that, man. Like a lot of times you'll find yourself, you got to be up at 2 and it's 8 o'clock and you play that game like, well, if I fall asleep right at 10:30, that'll give me about 3.5, you know what I'm saying? But if I but if I set my alarm for 1:55 or 1:45 and then I snooze button for 15 minutes, it'll make me feel like I got some extra. You would be surprised the battles that we as local drivers have to deal with to get our asses up out that truck. Sometimes it's even to the point where I just want to go sleep in my truck because it's just something different about waking up in my truck and it's being time to go than waking up in my bed next to my wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the psychology is. The psychology of it is, but it's a difference, man. Like anybody who tell you otherwise is fucking lying to you and setting you up for failure. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, you have to be ready to adjust your schedule. A lot of people always talk about OTR being more laid back and more easier. That is 1,000% a fact. Factamundo. You understand me? Like, it's just like OTR. One, you have such huge windows of delivery times. You have such, like, for example, you may have a load that picks up on a Wednesday and it's going 700 miles and it don't deliver until Friday. Now, if you're an owner operator or you're in a truck that's governed 70 or above, that's a day. If you're a productive driver, keeping that left door closed, as you all should be doing if you want to maximize your money. But like 700 miles in a day is nothing, or worse come to worse, I mean, hell, you could put down 500 miles, 550 miles on Wednesday as soon as you get done, or whatever time you get done getting loaded on Wednesday. Let's say you got 8 hours left. Okay, so you're gonna drive 7 of that because you're supposed to leave yourself an hour to find truck parking. You're supposed to. I'm not saying whether people do it or not. I'm saying that's what you're supposed to do. safe bet. But anyway, so you take 7. Let's say your truck governed at 65. Let's just say 60 for the fuck up. You always average down. So 7 times 6 is 420 miles. So you take that 700 miles and you subtract 420 miles, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 280 miles. That's 280 miles that you are away from that receiver that is due on Friday morning. And now it's Thursday and you got 280 miles to go, and you can do that in, let's just call it, 5 hours. Now you got all day Thursday to bullshit. Now if you want to take a 16-hour break on Thursday, you can. I would recommend getting to the receiver firsthand to sleep, get that 16-hour break somewhere near there, versus doing it farther away. But that's just my personal opinion. I like to try to be productive on the road when I was out there. But that's just to give you an example of, like, one of the things I struggled with, and now I kind of miss with when I was over the road with that fleet owner, was just the massive times I would have. Like, I would have a load that, I would pick up on, say, a Thursday, Friday, and was like 2,000 miles away or like 1,800 miles away, and I'm there by Saturday night, or let's say Sunday afternoon, or, no, that sounded wrong. I would pick it up Thursday, and then I would leave out Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I'm there. Now I got all day Sunday, I'm sitting in the truck. And I used to hate that shit until I, realized what it was about. Like, that's just how some of these situations are. Like, we're so used to working for mega carriers, and with mega carriers, what happens is you got all these trailers, all these terminals, all these other drivers, and you can do relays or T-swaps or repowers, whatever your company calls them, and it keeps you moving. When you with a smaller company, OTR don't happen like that. But I'm getting off track. Let me get back to local. The thing with local is all that shit go out the window, because you have very small windows of time to deliver your freight. Very small windows. I mean, if you like on a situation like me where you're going out 4 or 5 hours, you wake up in the morning and it's, let's say, 3 a.m. and your load, let's say your delivery is 4 hours away. Okay, so your delivery time is, let's just say, 7 a.m. So if you wake up at 3, you're already right there at the 7 a.m. mark. So really now you got to wake up at 2:30. Well, guess what? You didn't go to bed until 10:30. That's 4 hours. Some people can function after 4 hours, some can't. Some gonna try to, watch that NBA Finals game until midnight. Now you got 2 hours to sleep. Now you waking up late. Now you behind. And the thing about this regional shit, especially when it come time to going into like the port, is situations like that where you got your return destination closes at a certain time. If you get to your receiver late, man, you'll fuck up your whole day, which turns around and fucks up your whole week. Now you got a check that ain't what it's supposed to be. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to spend the next week making up for the previous week because you overslept because you wanted to stay up late and watch the game. Or you tried to play big boy and get 2 hours of sleep, thought you was outlaw trucker. Get up, get 2 hours of sleep, drink some coffee, thought you was good and couldn't make it. Or the worst of the worst happened, you crash your fucking truck because you fall asleep behind the wheel. I'm just saying, man, you got to be mindful of these things if you want to be local. This ain't no, like, I understand you want to be home with your family, but you got to understand with a lot of these local positions, you're not going to be able to spend a lot of the time with your family that you think you're going to be able to spend. Like, you're going to be working 12 to 14-hour shifts. Not every day, but every other day. Even sometimes in the port, man, if I get to VIG or NIT after 2 o'clock and it's just one of those fucked up days where everything's moving slow, I may not get home until 5, 6 o'clock and then got to turn around and get right back up 10 hours later. Sometimes I got to do an 8-2 split just to be able to be to my appointment on time. So just understand, man, if you want to be a local truck driver, you're going to definitely have to be more productive. You're going to have to be more responsible. You just going to have to put your big boy pants on. You got to understand that this is a job. This is your career. You can't just, you're not going to be able to be lackadaisical as a local truck driver as you are with an OTR truck driver. And this isn't shaming OTR truck drivers or trying to call them lazy or anything to the effect of that, but it's just speaking to the reality of the hustle that is local truck driving, man. And the money is there, and it's a good opportunity for the right person, but you got to work for it. It's not going to be easy. It's not. You're not going to really find too many local jobs where you don't work a lot of hours or got to wake up at the crack of dawn unless you start looking into the specialized field. Fuel hauling or oversized loads, things to that effect. But if you're just trying to come and do some regular drive-in refrigerator LTL shit, it's grind time. When it's time to get up, it's time to get up. There is no, let me get 2 more hours, I'm sleepy. You keep telling your local job that you sleepy and you know you don't feel safe to drive, they're gonna fire your ass. I promise you. That shit don't work like that on the local side. OTR, you can get away with that shit. Regional, you can get away. Hey, man, I'm tired of that. Because the first thing local gonna ask, well, wait a minute, you got off work at X amount of time. You was off the clock for 10, 11 hours. What the fuck was you doing? So that's not on us. That's on you, is what they gonna tell you. I've seen it. The dude didn't get fired, but they was like, yo, that's not on us. Our job is to make sure you got 10 hours off the clock. What you do with those 10 hours is 100% on you. If you're not mature enough or you're not an adult to be able to go home and know the rest, and you want to run the streets or stay up and drink or do whatever, chase pussy, whatever it is your vices are, that's on you. These companies will not hesitate to cut you loose, because I guarantee you, as many people are trying to get into trucking OTR, it's twice as many trying to be local. There's way more local jobs than there are OTR jobs, and there's way more people looking for those local jobs. Not every local job is something that you could just sign up for and walk on like an OTR gig. A lot of these shit's an application. You got to go do an interview, and you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind when you want to come local, man. It's a different ball game, man. It's a different hustle than OTR. Again, not taking anything away from OTR, but it just is, man. OTR drivers got it easy, man. And a lot of guys who have went from OTR to local have went back OTR because they just could not handle the grind. They couldn't handle the schedule. They couldn't handle all the small things that they didn't think that they would have to deal with as a local truck driver, man. That's just the facts of the matter. So whatever you decide to do, man, I pray that you are productive, you are safe, and you are positive with what you're doing, and you're able to figure out that schedule for you and be a better driver, man. You know what I mean? You know, some of us may need that set schedule, that, you know, somebody on our ass to make us do better. Some people are just like that. They need that push. Some people can do it on their own, which is why they thrive OTR. Some people need that, which is why they thrive local. So that's my opinion on the matter, man. If you're going to come local, come ready to work, man. Don't come lackadaisical. Don't come, you know, don't be like I was when I went to Abilene. When I went to Abilene, I was chilling and behind and being late and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit that Party Hard had said about me way back when we was beefing, that shit was true, man. I was lazy as fuck at Abilene, but that was because I had came from Trans Am, and I was just so used to running a certain type of way, and the way that Abilene, which was more of a local regional company, ran, it was just much more expedited, much more faster paced. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that some of these companies give you a more faster truck, 68, 70, because you got to move. You got these small time frames you got to get this freight to. Period. You don't got a day and a half extra to get it there. You got an hour window. So you better hope you fueled at the end of your shift, because if you got to stop for fuel, guess what? Now you late. If you got to take a piss, unless you skilled enough to pee and drive, now you late. If you get caught in traffic because you didn't take into account the traffic that you're going to run into on 95, you late. And that shit adds up locally, because you're dealing with the same people. And now these people are continuously looking at you like, yo, why is he always late? He's late twice a week. He's late once a week. You don't think they might not be saying nothing to you, but you better bet your bottom dollar they're paying attention to that shit. Way more so than an OTR company with 1,000 drivers. If you got a local company with 100 drivers, you better bet they singling in on you. Please believe me. So, but as always, man, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucker, man. I'm gone.